Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back at our city of Hopkinton in City Skylines 2. In the previous episode, we built a couple of livestock farms in our city so we would stop importing livestock goods from outside connections. And that plan has worked out really well because now we have a surplus of livestock. So with some of our industrial needs sorted out, I think it's time for our city to expand. If you take a look at the map of our city, we can't really expand inland from the downtown area because that real estate is already occupied by farmlands. I don't believe it is reasonable for a city of this size to buy a farmland for urban development. So the only reasonable way for our city to expand is to go to the left of it along the coastline. When we are going from our current city position to the left of this island, I was planning to transform our neighborhoods from suburban neighborhoods to fully developed urban downtown. So when we are expanding our city to the left of this island, our neighborhoods have to gradually turn from low density residential to high density buildings. So in today's episode, we're going to build a transition neighborhood. So sit back, relax and enjoy today's episode. We already have this one tile unlocked in here and we do have a little bit of money, so let's go ahead and unlock this tile with the coastline. So this is going to be the area that we have to work for today. First thing we need to do is to go ahead and figure out the road layout. So if you take a look at the already existing roads in this area, this arterial is going to be the main road that is going through our neighborhood. Then we have this collector road coming off this one. So looking at this area, I believe it's better if we orient our neighborhood towards this collector road instead of orienting it towards the arterial. So let's go ahead and extend this collector road a little bit further down. Yeah, something like this should be enough. So currently our city has a grid pattern with 112 by 224 units and I believe we can go with the same type of grid pattern in this area as well. Once we start building the downtown with the high density buildings, we might change the grid pattern to a smaller one. But for this suburban neighborhood, this grid pattern would work just fine. So let's go ahead and lay down the road layout. Wait, why can't I place this road? Is this colliding with something? Oh, we don't have money. Yeah, that explains it. Our budget is in the positives, right? So why did we run out of money? I guess because the game is paused, we're not actually making any money, so let's unpause the game. And I think we can take a little bit of loan to complete the road layout of this neighborhood. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And with that money, we can continue placing down roads. I think this is going to be more than enough roads to start constructing our new neighborhood. So this main arterial should go straight on passing this neighborhood. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that right now before I forget to do it. I'm keeping a little bit of space between this road and our neighborhoods because this is going to be a main road in the future and we might have to upgrade it. So the next thing we need to do is to figure out what we're going to do here behind the fishing pier. We could have all of that as residential as well, but a couple of episodes ago when we built this fishing pier, I asked you guys what we should do around it, and you guys have said some fishing related industry might go really well. And I also think that's a really good idea. But the problem with having industries near our residential zones is they create pollution. So I tend to keep industrial buildings far away from our residential zones. However, we do have this fish and chippery seafood factory from Bridges and PS Pack, and that might go really well in this area. But we don't have this building unlocked yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave some space behind this fishing dock. So in the future, we can have some sort of industrial complex around our fishing dock. So that's gonna be the plan for this area. We're not gonna zone anything in here just yet, but I might add a few roads in here so that we would have a zoning grid available to us. So the last thing we need to do is to start zoning residential buildings in our new neighborhood. When zoning residential neighborhoods, especially low density ones, I like to zone them one by one like this. That way we don't have all the buildings look exactly the same. And that gives our neighborhoods a little bit of realism. And also the gaps between these buildings can be used to add some trees and do some landscaping. So I'm gonna go ahead and zone all of these residential buildings in our new neighborhood. I wanted to take a look at how our city services are doing in this neighborhood. Electricity and water, we should be fine on those things. Yeah, we are okay with that. Oh, we don't have enough healthcare coverage in this area, so we should add some healthcare buildings in here. Then the garbage collection is good. We do have enough fire coverage, and the police coverage is also good. Oh, we don't have enough education coverage in this area, so we might have to add some elementary schools in our new neighborhood. Is there a way to see our primary school coverage and high school coverage separately? I guess not. Oh, we don't have enough postal coverage, but in the last episode we added a post office to our city, so we can go ahead and add few post boxes in our neighborhood. The telecom coverage is also poor, but I don't think that's gonna be an issue for a residential neighborhood. And the park coverage is pretty good because I added few parks in our new neighborhood. That's pretty much all the city services we need. So we need to add a medical facility and a school in this neighborhood. Let's find a good place to build our new medical clinic. This building is gonna have a lot of vehicles coming out of it, so I don't want this closer to a junction. But I do want this closer to our arterial, so this seems like a good place for it. And that should give us enough medical coverage in our new neighborhood. I have zoned most of our new residential neighborhood, and I have done some landscaping here and there as well, so everything looks really neat. I also added few commercial buildings closer to our collector road, so the people living in here don't have to go all the way to the city center to get their commercial goods. So that's gonna help us ease a little bit of traffic off the roads. However, zoning this area is gonna take a long time, especially because we can't zone anything right now because we don't have enough demand for it. I'm gonna go ahead and zone all of this little by little once we have the demand. Most of it is gonna be low density residential buildings like this, but we also have a little bit of row houses at the edge of this neighborhood. All in all, I'm really happy about the way this neighborhood turned out. So this seems like a nice place to end this episode. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. As always, thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next one.